Hey there guys, so we got the brand new Berry Bud solo event that has begun in DML a couple of hours ago. And so this event has two dragons in particular that I am a big fan of. So this is a solo event, you know, it's pretty much the exact same as we have seen in previous solo events. You know, we've got 3 quests at the bottom, you just complete those, and then we have to do 10 tiers or 10 levels worth of those quests, and then at tier 10 we can unlock the beautiful little blueberry dragon. So he is a plant, shadow and void dragon. Ever since we saw him and his image files on the DML wiki, I have just fallen in love with this dragon because of his colours, and I love the food based dragons, you know, blueberries, they're yum. And he's very cool. So he is the tier 10 reward dragon. The tier 8 reward dragon is the blackberry dragon. And so this dragon has been available before, but not really in any sort of easy to do events for everyone. So I'm happy that blackberry has finally become available, and blackberry is a shadow, plant and energy dragon. So, apart from that, we do have a few other rewards that you can get, like there's 5 gems, 25 gems, some gold, there's a melon dragon. If for some reason you don't have a melon dragon, there's also him. But that is the gist of this event. So, the quests that we have on tier 1 are obviously going to be super easy. As you go through the event, it will get more difficult, they will take a lot longer. But it's important to be logging in as frequently as the items are done. So for example, we've got collecting gold, feeding dragons, and catching creatures. So for collecting gold, you know, we just, well, collect the gold. It's easy enough. And if we want to feed dragons, it's normally better for you to hatch a new dragon, whether that be like a fire dragon or something, whatever it is. But hatch a new dragon and level it up. Do I have any habitat spaces though? I do. For a second there I was worried, but feed them a few times so that you can get all of the items that you can from that set period of time. Apparently we can collect a little bit more gold as well, so we'll go back and do that. But then when you check it, for collecting gold, you'll see that it's got a little timer that says 24 and it's counting down for now. So after that timer is done, you'll be able to collect another collect gold, if that makes sense. And with feeding dragons, you can collect every 10 minutes. So that means that since there's 5, you could come back every 50 minutes and collect all 5 of them, and then that is how long the total pool cooldown actually is. The DML wiki is really good for having the numbers on the total pool cooldowns, but I don't believe the page is updated quite yet. So when it does come out, I would highly suggest that you take a look at it. But that is essentially how you do solo events if you've never seen them before. Literally just follow the quests at the bottom, look at what the timers say, and you'll be all good to go. So, hope that all made sense to you. They're very nice and simple, they're not quite as complicated as castle events or anything like that, so you shouldn't have too many problems with them. On top of that, we do also have that machine dragon bundle still, but whenever we have events, we tend to have these special, I don't know, there's like special event currency things, but we don't really get them with this. I know that at the moment we do have a gem sale on, if you really want to take advantage of it, but I wish that for solo events we had some kind of like decorative piece that we could purchase, and I don't know, maybe it would give us, maybe it would skip like tier 2 or something. I don't know how they would do it. But that is all the event stuff. On top of that, we do have the upcoming event schedule for the next week. So, you know, we've already got this week, but next week we do have a gem spending event, crowded nursery, golden gatherer. We've got the weekly dragon being the lunar dragon. And something actually quite interesting is that the dungeon dragon is going to be something different again. So they're actually popping the arboreal dragon in the dungeon from the 13th to the 20th of May. So I'm not sure why, but, you know, considering how boring it normally is doing the dungeon, I can appreciate that they're going to be putting, you know, limited time dragons in the dungeon. And they did say that they were looking to make improvements to the dungeon as well over time or in a future update. So maybe this is all part of, you know, the whole dungeon changes. Maybe we'll get special dragons in the dungeon frequently. That'd be pretty cool. Well, I say that, but I detest dungeon dragons with a burning passion because I never get any of them. But I would rather something new so that people can get it rather than absolutely nothing. But it is Friday, so of course we do have the Walmart as well on top of that. So this Walmart is kind of interesting. We've got 2 different dragon pieces that we can buy. So it's 200 gems for a piece of the cherry dragon, which is very expensive, or 99 gems for 1 piece of the legendary realm dragon. Both of these are very expensive, but it is much cheaper to buy the realm dragon through this method, and you can't get the cherry dragon anymore. So if you were just a couple of pieces off or a single piece off, you might be interested in this deal. But the deals that I love are always these ones up on the side here. So for example, we've got enchantment tickets for food, which is super good. Highly suggest buying that. We've got arena gems for 100 dungeon tokens, which is really good as well. And then we have this VIP ticket bundle, so you can get 5 of them for 45 gems. And this is cheap. It is very cheap. If you are someone that doesn't frequently have the gems ready to buy a full month's worth of VIP, for example, this bundle is very much worth it, but only in that case. If you're someone that always pops on 20 days worth of VIP anyway, I mean, the deal's not bad by any stretch, but it's up to you whether you really need them. Because the thing is, I could be like, ooh, this is a worth it deal, but I have 12 days of VIP already, and I will not be using these 1-day duration tickets for a good while. So, it is up to you, but they come in very handy when we've got specific weekend VIP events. And say you're someone that's relatively free to play for the most part, then you can just pop on a VIP ticket, get yourself in part of the VIP event. Because if you have VIP weekend events, you can just use a VIP ticket, take part, and then even if it runs out, you'll still be a part of it, which is pretty good. But, you know, I think that is all of the news and updatey stuff that I at least wanted to go through. I am very exhausted, is all I'm going to say. Maybe you can pick up on it, but I'm very exhausted at the moment. We won't be able to finish tier 1 of the event right now, because this event is very much down to waiting until the specific timers for that quest are done. It's different from the castle events, because, you know, castle events and a lot of other events are based off of 6-hour timers. So, you know, you'll have a set of quests that you can do to earn a set amount of points, but it refreshes every 6 hours. Whereas in this event, it's very different, because this event is purely based on how soon you can log in as soon as an item becomes available. Which does mean that in some situations, these sort of events can be quite difficult for people to finish, because if you're not very good at timekeeping, for example, then it's really easy to not pay attention and not log in when you should be, to be continuing on with the event. I think the best thing that you can do is set timers to, again, when the items have finished loading in, because you don't have to be logging in every single time an item has come back, because you know how it counts down, how every 20 seconds you'll get a new collect gold, for example. Rather than logging in after 20 seconds, just wait until the full, like, 2 minutes or however long it is until all of the items have come back, or close to it. Do it normally 1 item before all of the items come back, and then that is the way to make sure that you don't miss out on any points. That's the way that I always do it anyway. It's like, I don't want to be logging in every 2 minutes, so I'll just look at, if it's got a total pool cooldown of 50 minutes, for example, I'll log in at minute 40 or 45, because then I make sure that I don't miss out on anything. Obviously, that's not technically the most optimal way to do it if I want to spend the least amount of time in game, but it's a way that's just ensures that I'm doing it as fast as I can. Although I say that, but a lot of the time in DML I do genuinely forget, so don't be like me. Don't be like me. Just remember to do it. And again, the DML wiki tabs and event pages, they help so much with setting up timers. Or you can just be like, okay, if I need to come back in half an hour, I'll come back at 3:30 because it's 3 o'clock right now. Nice and simple. Nice and, oh god, this is not the team. This is not the team I wanted. They're level 93. Try your best. Try your best, Mr. Turf. Oh god. Yeah, that was, they got pulverized. That was quite depressing, actually. But, yeah, these events are very simple. So, if you're someone that doesn't like the complexity of Dragon's Delight events, for example, with all the extra bonus stuff, these events are a lot less intensive than they are. But again, the problem is in castle events you only have to log in sometimes 4 times a day, whereas this event you might have to log in 20 times a day, depending on what tier you're on. The later tiers you do only have to log in a lot less frequently, but you still do have to be quite consistent. So that is my general, I guess, my overview of the event and how it works. I sincerely hope that you managed to get both of the dragons and all of the bonus gems and extra rewards and all that. And I look forward to seeing the arboreal dragon in the dungeon, even if it makes me very angry. But regardless, for now, I think that that is going to do me for today. So thank you very much for joining me. If you do need any more help, then feel free to let me know. But good luck, and until next time, I will see you then.